Hello everybody, welcome to the channel, and if you've been a subscriber and you've been watching these videos, then welcome back. Today is a great video, one of my favorites on the entire trip from Amsterdam down to Switzerland. We are in Koblenz, Germany and Boppard, Germany, two very different but uniquely beautiful cities. We had a great time. Guys, if you're new to the series, we've already posted a full ship tour of Uniworld S.S. Elisabeth. You should check that out, including some videos about our time in Amsterdam before we got on that amazing vessel, and then day 1 and day 2 of being on the Elisabeth are already posted. So thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. If you want to see more of these videos, be sure to hit subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and enjoy our tours of Koblenz and Boppard. Good morning, Germany. It is Tuesday. We're in the month of June. I'm gonna be lying if I pretended to know the day. What's the date today, Amber? June 2nd. It is our second full day of the cruise, about to begin. Our third day on the boat, though, technically. We have a castle to go to tonight. I think we have a village stroll. No, we have, we're going to some guy's private collection today. They described him as an Indiana Jones. He has all sorts of treasures and trinkets from around the world on his adventures. He lives in this cool, I don't know, villa. There's a fox on the property that you see occasionally. He's got a garden. Hello. By the way, still sleeping fabulously on this this magnificent vessel. Sorry, still early, I'm waking up. Had a lovely time last night looking at the cathedral. We're about to go grab some breakfast here. It's an early start today. It's just gone 7 a.m. in the morning. We have to be off the boat by 9 to start our morning activities. But I'm looking forward to it. It should be a fun day. We're going to see some really cute European villages. Sorry for the noise. There's one of these. You see a lot of this. A lot of these. Hey, this is a cool gig. Look at it. Look at these bridges on these ships. They're so sleek because they have to be low to go under the bridges. No pun intended. Kind of a double entendre. Low bridges to go under the bridges, right? It is a little crisp out. It's a little, dare I say, chilly, which is a nice change of pace because we've been a little hot, to be honest with you. Anyways, we're gonna get some breakfast. We'll check back in with you guys when the day's about to start. Breakfast was fantastic, but not as fantastic as this view. I hope this translates well. I believe we are more in French territory today. So, although that's the German side of the river, I don't know. It's Germany or France. And then over there on the right, in the distance on the hill up there, that looks like some sort of a castle. I'm not really sure. And then you've got, like, look, suburbs. So, like, hillside town, castle, relatively modern suburbs on the river. Europe is crazy. Well, here comes another riverboat cruise. Anyways, yeah, breakfast is really good. I had scrambled eggs and bacon. Wouldn't mind some sausage, I'm not gonna lie. Probably could have asked for it, though. I'll try French toast tomorrow, when in Rome, right? Anyways, it's absolutely beautiful out. Here's the back of the ship. It's cool to just look back and see all this. It's just awesome. I love it. Apparently, we're going to go from a more industrialized river to a more residential and scenic river, at least over the next day or so. And I see where they're coming from because it's already much more scenic. Parts of the Rhine have industrial plants. Even this morning, there were some, you know, like, I don't know, oil silos, chemical plants, something like that. Just little ones, and then there'd be like a cute little village next to it. But this looks like it's going to be a stretch of beauty now. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll see you guys when we get off the ship. All right, there you go. What's the name of the village? Wallersheim. Wallersheim? Probably with a V, right? Wallersheim? That sounds German, so maybe we're still in Germany. Gonna have to consult a map pretty soon. you know, you walk around here, you look at the topography. It's really not that dissimilar from, I don't know, the foothills of Tennessee. But then you turn around and you see that. In America, there'd be a Buc-ee's. These flags represent the 16 German states, apparently. And then there's an American flag down there. They put that up right after 9/11 to show solidarity with the United States, which I thought was pretty cool. But this thing is spectacular. All right, everybody, let's talk about Koblenz, this city absolutely dripping in history, 2,000 years of it. Not just German history, it's also shares a very rich history with France. The two sides have traded who owns the city, who controls the city in their past. I think there was one 70-year period stretching from the mid-1800s into the early 1900s where it changed hands like 7 times just in that 70-year period. So you can imagine having to go get passports and paperwork and tax information if you lived in this amazing city during that period. And then, of course, before the foundations of even Germany or France as we know those modern nations, there's history that dates back all the way to the Roman Empire and Julius Caesar. So a very cool place to visit. I love what they've done with the city. It really blends. It's very distant past with some modern artwork that you're going to be seeing through this montage. There's just some cool statues, modern art installations that are just sort of set in the middle of like medieval walls and pathways and tree-lined parks. It was a very cool setting. Our big complaint here is, and we have this with a lot of places, there's nothing we can do about it, it's the nature of these river cruises, is we just didn't have enough time to see everything that we wanted to see. This is definitely a city that, you know, I've said this in other places, this is a buffet, and you have to choose what you want to come back to have for a main course. The main course being a trip that you take later to just focus on that one area. We will come back to Koblenz because we absolutely love it. There is a castle on the other side of the river. You can kind of see it in some of the shots. There's a skyway that goes up there. They told a really cool story. When I say they, by the way, this is a Uniworld guided tour that they take you on. You take your earpiece out of the boat every time you do one of these excursions, and there's a tour guide that is very well versed in the history of the place you're going to. They'll rotate because they're experts in the place you're in, and their guide in Koblenz told us about this cannon that traded hands when the French and the Germans kept going back and forth, and the two countries finally signed a treaty over who got control of the cannon. It now resides, I believe, in Koblenz. I could be wrong about that. I'll include a Wikipedia link in the description of this video. You can go look it up for yourself. But like I said, place is dripping with history, and the combination of the old city, again, 2,000-year history, with the new and the modern and the art that you see in some of these shots, it was absolutely awesome. Hey Amber.
Hey.
So what we need to do is get a hotel room in the Altstadt Hotel right here overlooking the square, because we were told during this tour that that's basically an advent calendar. Each of those doors opens up.
There's
leading,
24
doors
windows, yeah.
leading up to Christmas, and there's like, what did I hear? There's bells or something
Yes.
too?
So the bells on that building right there.
Oh, nice. I see them. Okay.
They play, I think he said every hour on the hour, and then also during Christmas they play holiday,
Yeah.
tunes.
I'm pointing ahead to Uncle Marlon, and he's like, "Are you coming?"
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, he's talking to someone.
By the way, I like how, you know, another selling point of the Allstadt Hotel is it's right above Baba's Smash Burger, which I think is pretty cool. Also, this pretty cute cafe. Big fan of Koblenz.
Yeah, I love it.
This is my favorite stop so far.
And our tour guide also said this is the best square in Koblenz.
What was his name? Harold? He said, "Call me Harry."
He said, "Call me Harry."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was incredible.
He was great.
You know who? I know the HR manager for Uniworld watches the channel.
Do you?
Totally, Greta, and she should know that Harry was amazing.
How do you feel about Koblenz?
I'll tell you what I feel right now. I don't think the elegant lady's that elegant.
Oh.
Are we riverboat stops now? No, I'm sure it's very lovely. I'm sure it's very elegant. Nice segue. Completely unscripted. So is Koblenz.
Yeah.
This place is elegant. 110,000 people. 2,000-year history. It's all over the map. I'll put Wikipedia links into these videos if you want to know more about these places.
I think the 2000th anniversary was in 1992.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, and our tour guide was like messing with me. He's talking about like 7 BC. This happened, and then, you know, Julius Caesar came in and conquered it, and it's just all this history. And then he's like in 1990, this happened and followed the Berlin Wall. And I'm like, oh, here's 1990, dude. I know that. And he's making it sound like it's so long ago.
Wasn't it 1989?
I think it was 90. I think the wall came down in 90.
I thought it was 89.
I'll put a Wikipedia link to that event too, and everybody can fact check me. And I could be wrong. Yeah, it's around that time.
So one of the oldest, I know I took some footage of this earlier in this video. I don't know. He'll drop it in. He won't. But that bridge off into the distance is one of the oldest bridges in Europe, he told us.
And can you see the red brick on the final arch there, just over the boat, the top of the boat?
We'll get closer to it so you can see.
Yes,
or we'll drop a photo so you can tell what we're talking about.
For sure. Apparently, the reason it's a different color is back in, I think you said like the 1870s or something. Whoever was in charge at that time, again, Wikipedia, to try and break up the ice that was under the bridge. They fired a cannon to like break up the ice, but the idiots missed and they hit the bridge, so they had to fix the bridge with that material. I love that story.
Yeah.
I think there was a heavy implication that they had been drinking, you know?
It is Germany.
And then our tour guide was like, shit happens.
Yep.
I loved it. He had a very dry sense of humor, and I appreciated that.
Yeah, he was
In fact,
fun.
some jokes only hit with like 10% of the group, you know? And I love that. Anyways, but yeah, this has been my favorite stop. I'm looking for
yeah.
Very thirsty. We haven't had a drink or a bathroom break or anything. So let's get back on the boat. I can't wait for the next stop. It's going to kick our butt. It's very uphill.
It's going to be wonderful.
Be advised that we're huffing and puffing in the next video. This is why I'm telling you. All right, you guys, so after a tragically short period of time in Koblenz, which we absolutely loved, we headed back to the fantastic Uniworld S.S. Elisabeth. Here she is in all her glory. Loved getting back on this vessel after being on your feet for an extended period of time. We headed to the lounge, had some cocktails with Amber's family. There's Uncle Marlon and Annie, look, having a good time. Everybody's got their drinks. Hung out on the lounge for a bit, and then it was time to head for lunch. I think I said in an earlier video, lunch turned out to be my favorite meal. You didn't get it every single day, depending on excursions, but when you were on the ship for lunch, I absolutely loved it. The cuisine always matched the locations you were in, so obviously on this portion of the trip, it was heavily geared towards German food. They gave me a full-sized turkey leg. Look at that, it was massive. I really felt like some sort of medieval lord eating that at the table. It got quite a giggle. Anyways, the food was fantastic. We will do a deeper dive video. I said this in another video as well, just about food when we're done with this series. How's that ice cream?
Delicious.
Take a bite.
I hate doing
Come on, I need the action shot. There we go. All right, and then after lunch, we had a couple hours to kill as the Uniworld S.S. Elisabeth sailed from Koblenz to Boppard, which is where we would spend most of the evening. And this trip was pretty cool. It was very moody outside. Again, one of the few occasions that we had significant rain, and we got to see some spectacular castles along the way. And this wasn't even the day where we saw a ton of castles. That would come, what's going to be the next video on the next day of the cruise, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, let's go ahead and enjoy the scenery for a second, shall we? You guys are doing it right. Look at y'all. Oh, this is amazing. Right, we've just gotten off the boat at Boppard. Are you excited?
Yeah.
You got your headpiece in. You're ready for the tour. But I think
we might abandon ship though.
Don't tell anybody. We think we're gonna follow the tour to that cute village, and then just find a place to get a beer or a wine.
Yep, I think so.
And have a seat. Because that looks too cute to just...
And take in the city.
Yeah, if I want a history lesson, I'll read the Wikipedia.
Or town, right? Or what is it?
It's, I think it's the cutest town ever. There's a big German flag flying in the center of it. I can't wait to get over there. I do wish our boat would have parked a few docks up. What are you going to do? We're going to get our steps in. That's for damn sure. And since we're out here in the, I guess, the suburbs, what would you call us? How cool is this house? You think there's a room up in that tower? I hope there is. And how cute is this bike path? Here's Jerry over here, literally smelling the flowers. I love it.
The roses.
Yes. This is lovely. Look at this.
Yeah, I know. How clean.
Live out here, ride your bike to the center of town.
Yep. It's all manicured very nicely.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Nice view across the river.
Yeah.
Do you think there's like a rivalry with that side where the church is?
Different town than this one.
You think they play each other in like soccer?
Yeah.
Yeah? Either way, it's beautiful. All right, Boppard, Germany. Population about 15,000. I thought this is super cute. I'd call it a village on the Rhine River. Again, tragically, not enough time here. We made the most of it. We split up from our group. Had some wonderful drinks and snacks here in the square before we headed back to the SS Elisabeth for some dinner that evening. And I have to say, dinner was spectacular. Again, we're doing a deep dive just on the food on this, but here's the menu in case you want to look at it. This was one of my favorite dinners on the entire cruise. I had a rack of lamb, which you're going to be seeing coming up here in a minute. Petru, our amazing server in the main restaurant, talked me out of getting a steak. You can always get a steak. It's always on the menu. It's one of the alternatives. I did have that on another night, but on this night, he's like, you need to have the rack of lamb, and he hooked me up. He gave me like a whole additional rack, so I got extra. So what you're about to see is the regular portion plus a little bit extra. Again, there's that consommé. We love that every night. They have that almost every night. So yeah, it was a delicious meal. Petru was fantastic. Amber had the fish this evening, and I believe she liked that, but I think everybody was definitely jealous of those rack of lamb. Look at that. That meat was amazing. Definitely my favorite dinner in the entire cruise. Here's Amber's fish.
Beautiful, amazing. Yes, I'm the bus driver. Me, bus driver.
All right, well, we are feeling refreshed. There is the town or city of Boppard, Germany. We took a little nap after dinner. I had the lamb chop, speaking of dinner. It was fantastic. They gave me a whole extra chop because they knew I was hungry. With some mashed potatoes. Amber, you had the fish, right?
I did, and it was so good.
Yes, you had some white fish. We had a mustard soup in advance of the lamb chops, and then it was, I think, a buffet for the dessert. I don't think we even filmed that, to be honest with you. By the way, tonight's movie is Underwater, the masterpiece with Kristen Stewart, where they get attacked by monsters. Anyways, we elected not to go and do the Castle Ramstein, I think it was, with a RH, because we already have 17,000 steps for the day. It was a super strenuous uphill walk, and then a ton of steps when you get to the castle. And we're going to pass this bad boy tomorrow on the river anyways.
I thought the real reason was because of the weather.
Also the weather. Yes, it was raining, and it still might rain. Also, this town is super freaking cute. We passed a ton of great little beer gardens, not to mention the fact that Martin, who's basically our cruise director, gave us a fantastic recommendation for one of them, and that's exactly what we're going to do. That's why Amber is getting ready over here. We're going to take a little stroll. It's just a little bit ways off the ship. Have a beer, maybe a wine, maybe just a Coke. I don't know. Relax, soak in the atmosphere, come back here, take showers, and go to bed. Does that sound about right to you?
Sounds right to me.
Let's get it started.
Yeah.
I think we found our home for the night. It's going to be right here. This little
Gorgeous.
Beer garden by the river. But like, there's this antique courtyard here. It's obviously pretty busy. What do you think, Amber? Is this going to work? Nice view of the river. Are they open?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see.
It's hard to tell. Like, there's a bar, but it looks covered up. There are some people hanging out. Maybe that's the place. Yep. So I think, do we have to go inside in order?
Let's see.
Let's figure it out. All right, well, we got this place to ourselves. Inside is super cute, and if it was raining a bit more, we might be in there, but it's not raining right now, is it? Look at this. We have a beautiful view of the town.
So nice.
I think it's called Pilsen, something like that, across the river. Beautiful church. That is an active Catholic church. There's a train station over there. But yeah, look at this. Not a bad view. So our evening plans are right here. Right?
Yeah, perfect.
All right. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Well, I think we just found your place in Boppard.
I love it.
This place is adorable. So it's the beer garden to a hotel / hostel. Very reasonable rates, under $60 a night. I think that's more for a more communal room. They do have private doubles though. They look very nice. I can certainly vouch for the beer garden and the restaurant.
I think, well, not the restaurant. We didn't eat
Well, it
there.
looked cute. It was cute. It was aesthetically
Yeah.
pleasing.
The drinks were great. I think we both each had a cocktail and 15 euros. I feel like if the weather had been better, that this place would be slamming right now.
Yeah.
And we would have stayed here a lot longer. But it keeps raining on and off.
It does.
And
it's a little chilly, arguably.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
But there was an outdoor bar there. It's not open right now. We showed it earlier. We got a table right along the wall there. It was lovely.
It was lovely.
And this is part of their seating. If you want to come down and be by the river, you can imagine on a nice, beautiful day. I'm sure it's hard to get a seat.
I think so, yeah.
But look at this. I love the kind of the mist between the hills up here just above the SS Elisabeth, our home this week, right? And I loved that sitting in the bar, I had a beautiful view of that church across the way. That was fantastic. There goes a freight train. Anyways, we're very tired. We did take a nap before we went out to get cocktails. I think we might have a nightcap in the lounge. And then I think we're going to go back to the room, take showers, maybe put on another bad movie, and pass the hell out. But here, let's just duck down to the Riviera for a look at our beautiful ship. Don't you love it? I mean, like I said, I wish we were at a closer berth, but we do get a nice view of it. Look at that. That's a postcard. All right, well, we were going to have an early night. That just went to shit. And I'm glad it did, because it meant we get to stay up a little later when it gets truly dark here. Well, Amber, what time is it?
It is 10:26.
10:26, and the sun has finally set. I will say now that we're heading a little south, it's not as bad as it was when we were in Amsterdam, but still, there's some light over there. There's that church all lit up across the Rhine River. Fantastic. There's the town of Boppard, where we had drinks along the Rhine tonight. We came back, we ended up getting some cocktails in our lounge, relaxing. Then they had some late night stacks, some pizzas and some paninis, so who are we to say no to that? But now we're back in our room. I'm going to take a hot shower. We're going to put on a really cheesy movie and pass the hell out. So we will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Is tomorrow Wednesday, Amber?
It is.
Tomorrow's video will be for Wednesday. Today is for Tuesday. As always, guys, I will put Wikipedia links to some of the sites and attractions we've been looking at today if you want to learn more about them. If you have any questions that you think we can answer, whether it's about the cruise, Uniworld, the stops we're going to, travel in Europe generally, feel free to leave those in the comments. We will do our best to respond to every single one. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, you guys, have fun. It's so much fun staying this year in Europe, because tomorrow we're literally going to pass 40 castles. So I say this with great enthusiasm, believe it or not. Have fun storming the castle. And
stay magical.
good night, you guys.